Hello everybody, I'm KageNoPiero. I am doing the Q&A that I said I would do on the Sunday. I'm pretty late. I will say I was feeling a bit under the weather due to the night before.
He was taking care of his hungover girlfriend.
Yeah, so I too was kind of also hungover. Went to a great place, got to hang out with some friends, got to dance and listen to some good music, so it was good. Alright, anyway, to the Q&A. I got asked, why are Oompa Loompas orange? Oompa Loompas are orange because they were taken from another planet, which was what he kind of said, or it was an island. He went to another island. It was either island or planet, and in that planet and everything, they were just these little men. He helped them out, and they decided to help him. Yeah, I'm thinking. It's been a long time since I watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Then I was asked, why are you so damn adorable? Again, I've never really said that I am adorable or anything like that, but thank you. I appreciate that. I was also asked, why do you do what you do? I think it's awesome what you do, but what was your inspiration? My inspiration was many different YouTubers. It first started off kind of like with Shane Dawson. It started off with like PewDiePie and, Mag and Toxic Tears and Markiplier, Matthew Santoro, Jacksepticeye, and a few thousand million others that I'm not going to name because then this video would go on for ages. I liked doing the Let's Plays due to the fact that I like playing games. I've always loved playing games, but I never actually thought about recording it. My reactions can be funny, sometimes they can be quite atrocious, and other times they can just be completely aggravating.
Like me?
Yes, like you.
Wow.
Anyway, but I do it because of the fact that I've always seen like live streams where they were raising money for charities and they were doing the Make-A-Wish stuff. And I knew when I seen comments, they were like, yeah, you make me laugh, you make me smile, you brought me through tough times, I was suicidal, I was in pain, I was feeling depressed, or I was going through like a state of complete boredom, and you were just somebody I could watch, and somebody who made me laugh, and somebody who did this and that. And it kind of was just like, I would love to do that myself. I would love to help others, and I don't really do it because I want the fame. Yeah, okay, it's a bonus, but doing it mostly for being a very caring and loving person, as well as somebody who's supportive, that I love doing. I love being supportive. I love making people laugh. I love adding in what I can and doing what I can to help others. So that's kind of what I do, as well as it's kind of fun and it passes some time. What? Oh. What is your obsession with anime, and when did you first start cosplaying, and why? Why I'm so obsessed? Like, what is my obsession with anime? I will be honest, it's not entirely an obsession, because that would mean everything in my life would revolve around it. But I do highly enjoy anime. Like, I like going to conventions and going to, like, I don't know, like plays and stuff like that, and watching different animes because they're enjoyable. They're fun, they're futuristic, they're, olden, they're entertaining, they're action-packed, they're romantic, they're funny. There are some scary ones, and there's a lot of ecchi and stuff like that. Like, there are many different kinds of anime out there, and I myself kind of like a lot of them. Like, I just got into another new anime, which was the Seven Deadly Sins, which I highly recommend. It was fantastic. It was funny. It was action packed. Then we started watching other ones like Another and Shiki, and
Another was awesome.
what else? There was another horror one we watched. I can't remember it. Shiki.
Mirai Nikki.
Yeah, Mirai Nikki. Apparently that was horror, but okay, it's horror for the fact that he was being stalked, but
it's terrifying.
For the most part, these animes were amazing. these animes, like, they have different styles. They were very dramatic. They were, always open to mystery, like you're trying to find out. And, like, I watched one, Danganronpa, loved it because of the fact that it always kept you thinking, who's the murderer? Who's the person that's doing this? Who is this? Who is that? What is going on? What's going here? And it always kept your mind thinking, so you were interacting with the anime. Kind of like watching Attack on Titan. You're watching as the characters developed and them grow and learn, and it's what anime is about, is seeing a fantasy that you'd love to be in and do and go to that world and everything like that and have that fun. Like when we were kids, Pokemon. Didn't we all want our own Pokemon? Yu-Gi-Oh! We wanted cards that came to life. There were many different things that we really liked about it.
Pokemon is better.
When did I first start cosplaying? Cosplaying I've been doing since I was young, since Halloween, technically, because technically everybody cosplays on Halloween to dress up as somebody.
Not true.
Well, technically, because a lot of people dress up as a character. A lot. Like, vampires, werewolves,
Cosplayers just do it better.
Fae and stuff like. Well, you're a kid. You're like 6. Who the fuck's gonna buy you a giant human sword to be Guts or something? Or, somebody's gonna dress up as Nightmare and stuff like that. But that's different. Like, you never have that. But when you get older, it kind of. Dressing up starts as a young kid. Then you get older and you kind of go, okay, well, I really like dressing up as that. I want to dress up as these characters. So you kind of create your own, or you buy and purchase, or you create your own out of different materials. Like you have the
cardboard, foam,
yeah,
Velcro,
PVC, piping, stuff like that. Duct tape, very important to fixing your stuff. Duct tape, bobby pins, and glue. They're your favorite things. Oh, and staples. They are your 4 favorite things to hold on to you when you're at a convention.
For sure.
Because your props can break. Your outfit can break. There are different things that can happen. If you're female, the fact that they can either spill out from under or over, sometimes even the actually bottoms that come off and stuff like that. And, for guys, it's, keeping the armor on and making sure that your props don't break because you're swinging it around trying to be some awesome cool dude, and pictures, or you just drop it and by accident, uh-oh, my sword's cracked in half,
Or bumping into people when you carry around a 6-foot scythe.
So it just kind of happens that way. Or walking into a door, or even just putting it on the ground.
Man, walking a door, putting it on the ground.
Either way,
smacking people.
Cosplay things can break quite easily, but the whole concept of it is to have fun, to be somebody you are not for a day. You want to be that character. They're really famous or popular, and you want to be that way. You can be them. And it's really cool because everybody gets to see what you kind of do. You can have really kind of crappy one where it's just like it was $5 to make your cosplay, and you could have put more work into it, but maybe if it was last minute. You didn't know you were wanting to go to the convention, and bam, you made one immediately. And it didn't work out. It didn't work out to its highest extent that you could do, but it worked for the gist because people still understood who you were. And then there are people who take, as soon as the convention's over, they're already working on the next one, or they were working on the next one the previous year before after that convention, and so on and so forth, because it was just a very intense and loving thing that they could do. Turn it down.
I can't! It's not letting me. Okay,
there.
I got it.
Sorry about that. Told you, no cuts. I'm not cutting anything.
Sorry!
And my cosplaying on why I do it, I like to be somebody different. I like to go out and dress up as a character, like why I did Kaneki Ken from Tokyo Ghoul. I really loved his character. I loved his development from where he started to where he is now. And, it just kind of, it grew. It made things a lot better. So, yeah, I guess that kind of answers your question, but hopefully, I did. People may hate on this, but my question is, what is the true purpose of joining a gang /crew/cub? Examples, biker gangs, juggalos, etc. Well, I had experience in this a while back, because I joined in with a family, and we were outcasts. Like, for example, I will talk on the fact of juggalos and stuff. We were on the fact of we thought we were family. We stuck out as the outcasts. We didn't fit anywhere. We didn't fit in with the preps. We didn't fit in with the goths, the jocks, the mathletes, the nerds, the whatever. We didn't fit in anywhere because we were either more than one thing. We kind of didn't want to be in one group or the other, or we just never fit in anywhere because we were very socially awkward and very introverted. So for myself, I felt very excluded from the world, so I kind of just stuck to my own. Over time, things went bad, and they started being called a gang because people were using it to cause mayhem, hurt people, and stuff like that. And they thought it was giving them an excuse in a way. And to be honest, I know that it wasn't, and a lot of people have to understand that not all people are like that, and there are some good things as well as bad things. So you just gotta look out for the best. Why people join them is because either their families or friends are affiliated with them and there's somebody you feel really close with. So you're kind of doing that because you care about that person or you care about another person and you just want to kind of get into it and try and learn and stuff like that. While in other cases, you're initiated off the bat. Like you were kind of already in the family. But all different things can happen. You can join one or the other. So honestly, I still have I still have some family that I still really represent with, like that are really close to me. But I don't go around, affiliating with it entirely anymore. I hung up that a while ago, and I'm continuing to get my future together and work on me. So that's my opinion. Um, since you've been doing what you've been doing, what equipment do you need to start up your YouTube channel for the Let's Plays? AKA, what are the basics of starting up a Let's Play channel? So I myself don't have all the equipment needed. I'm on a MacBook Air, so I don't have a gaming computer. It's not really meant for gaming. It's meant for production, so like editing and stuff. I don't have much money, so I can't buy the proper editing equipment. So I found two that worked for me when I was doing computer screen recording, and I was recording with my face image in the corners. I was using Monosnap, which is free to download. I got it from the Apple Store, so I don't know if you can get it on Windows or anything like that if you do have one. As well as I just got this new one, which is a PowerSoft screen recorder, which has worked quite well. It's not so bad. Just sucks you can't actually add in the screen before you start recording, so you have to add it as soon as you kind of start recording it. So maybe that's something that can come up with a new update. I don't know. But that's what I use for this, for my screening. And then I have my photo booth, which I do these vlog videos on for the most part. Then for when it comes to live streaming, because I don't have a capture card to capture the gameplay and then take it to the computer and then edit my recorded video, such as like this, into the corner to have the reaction. So I've been live streaming everything that I do, which does come up with the bar on the side and everything, but it comes up with what everyone's writing and stuff. So it's really cool. I get to interact with you guys while I'm playing, so I really do enjoy that. But for so far, it's just been the live stream feature broadcast system on the PlayStation 4 and Monosnap / A-Power screen recorder for this. So that's what I have so far. Plus, I have the standard mic that's in here. I also have the standard mic for the PlayStation 4. So I don't really have anything that's, extreme or expensive. It's just kind of small in what I have. So I've been asking most of my friends now for a week. So I saw a movie in class about Helen Keller, and in the very end, in the end where the water, she pours water in her hands and keeps signaling water in her hand. Well, I get confused because she actually started to say it. How would she know what the word sounded like if she's deaf? And how could she know what the look of it, what it looks like because she's blind? Now, that's a very good question. I myself can't really tell you because I've never actually watched the video. But I'm guessing because it's, I think, programmed within our bodies that we need it, or maybe Helen Keller was she born blind
Yes.
and deaf? Okay. So since she was born blind and deaf, I can't really say it 100%, how she entirely knows. I was thinking, maybe it was back beforehand, because it was maybe minor compared to major, which can over time happen, like astigmatism or, excessive use of like loud noises or cataracts and stuff like that. Um, it probably is just kind of programmed within her head that she knew that water was water because you take baths in it. Maybe she learned Braille in a way. I don't know entirely. I don't want to say anything and be really wrong and have you guys hate on me for it. So that is open to your own thing. So yeah, I really want to answer it because I think I might know, but I don't want to be wrong. So that's up into interpretation. So if you guys want to answer that, go right ahead. Let us know because it'd be really cool to know. So my friend here has a few, so I'm going to answer these. What is your favorite Disney movie? Unfortunately, The Force Awakens counts. My favorite Disney movie, that's really difficult. I really love all Disney movies like Mulan, Hercules, The Ring. No, that was DreamWorks, right? Or Pix? I don't know. There are many Disney movies actually. I can't narrow it down. So if I'm going classic, like from Snow White to I guess maybe the 2006 movies. Oh, that's so difficult. I really liked watching Hercules over and over again. Hercules was one of my favorite movies. So I guess I'll go with that if it comes for Disney. Mulan was also one of my favorites. Snow White and Sleeping Beauty were two other good ones. There's so many. I wish I could tell you all of them, but favorite Pokemon, legendaries and mythicals aside. Okay, so if I'm taking out legendaries and mythicals, then it's narrowed down to, I guess I'll narrow it down to like my top 5. So number 5, I'd have to say would be my I guess Steelix or Onyx because I really like the giant snake concept, and Onyx was kind of cool back in the day because he looked like the largest Pokemon, and then Steelix came out and he was bigger and more tough looking, so it was really cool. Number 4, I'd have to go with I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this. I really liked Mr. Mime. I don't know, just kind of creepy clown, weird mime thing that was then turned into a fairy type, so it was kind of cool. Then third, I would have to go with third. I guess I would go with Kabutops / Scyther. They kind of share the same feel. I really liked the scythe hands. That was cool. I really liked that. Then second would be Charizard. Because Charizard is amazing. Because Charizard X, Charizard Y, he got 2 evolutions of the Omegas, and he also was pretty badass. When he took on Mewtwo, if you watched one of the movies where Red and Blue go off on their journey, and he wants to go and capture them, and Blue gets hurt or something, and he goes and he finds Mewtwo in a cave, and him and his Charizard go and face it. They do all that, so that's cool. And then my number 1 is Haunter. I've loved Haunter since I was a kid because Haunter was like that ghost type that was really cool and yet really like funny and like dark and stuff. And I like Gengar and I like Ghastly, but Haunter always stood out the most for me because he was funnier, he was cuter, and he was like a floating head with tiny little arms, and he just kind of stood out the best. So I guess I'd go with Haunter as my number 1 favorite Pokemon. Aside from legendaries and mythics, because if I was going legendaries and stuff, I'd go with Giratina. I really liked Giratina, and Yveltal. If I could mix the 2, that'd be really cool. Groudon wasn't that bad either. Lugia, Celebi, and so on and so forth. There's so many now, like so many. Yeah, Jirachi, and oh god. Also, if you were to pick between Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh, which would you pick and why? If I'm going classic, I'd have to go with Yu-Gi-Oh, because I really loved the Blue Eyes White Dragon. But Magic the Gathering had a lot more strategy to it. Like, I get that Yu-Gi-Oh is strategic. I'm not saying that it's not, so anyone who plays Yu-Gi-Oh professionally or something, don't quote me on this, and neither with Magic. I like Magic the Gathering a lot more when it comes towards cards, gameplay, style, strategy, and stuff, because it was just a little bit Um, it was a little bit more intense. Uh, so, and lastly, who is your favorite anime? What is my favorite anime? And who is my favorite anime and cartoon character? Yes, I mean both. They are not the same. Ooh, that's tough. That is very tough. I don't have a favorite character. I also don't even have a favorite anime. I can't really say full forward because a lot of them I really do enjoy because they have different storylines, different genres, and different things. Um, so for cartoon character, there was Cyber Six. There was uh, what was it like? Ash Ketchum I did look up to, I guess, a little bit because it was like really cool. He had Pokemon, he fought and stuff like that. Then there was like Martin Mystery, thousands of different shows, and then if I was going for my childhood favorite anime character, I'd have to go with Naruto or Gaara. When I was a kid, I really liked them. Gaara and Naruto I kind of related to when I was a kid because of things I kind of went through in my past. I felt kind of alone. I never really had many friends and stuff, so I too kind of affiliated myself with being like Gaara or Naruto. Plus watching, like, finding out that they were like Jinchuriki and so on and so forth. And then finally they came out with like this whole new concept of like this where they actually have almost everybody's OTP of what they really, really wanted. They made it canon and stuff like that. So I guess since I was a kid, Naruto would be my favorite anime character when I was a child. But I never really had a favorite character of a cartoon, nor do I still have any. So what are your relationship goals? Do you ever want kids or plan on having kids? Do you feel anyone you ever dated in the past is someone you would like to reconnect with on an intimate level? When it comes to intimacy, are you the type to wait until you feel the person is right and see a future with, or to give your physical attention to women you just feel attracted to? Oh my god. Alright, so there's many of them. So I'm going to answer them each in a different thing. What are my relationship goals? When I date somebody, I date them because I actually do want to have a future. I do want to be with that person, and I do hope that it does work because relationships are two things: make or break. They either continue and stay continued, or they break off at one point. And it's always depressing to think that they're going to end because you do kind of care for that person, but at some point they could stop caring about you, and it does hurt. Or you stop caring about them, and it hurts them because they care about you. Sometimes it can be mutual. Other times you just really do care about each other, so you guys keep it going. So there are many different things. So my relationship goals, I guess, is to grow old with the person, enjoy life, have some fun. I want somebody who would actually continue to be like they like kind of the same things, not everything, because God, that would get fucking infuriating to have everything the same. It'd be cool at first, but then it'd get kind of boring because then everything's the same. There's nothing changing. There's nothing difference. So I guess there's that. So that's relationship goals wise. I guess grow old, I guess a connection that stays. That kind of works, I guess. Do you ever want kids, or plan on having them? This is kind of like a double-edged sword. I do, but I don't. Like, I would not mind to have kids and do all that one day or whatever. If it does happen, it does happen. But at the same time, I'm also thinking, no, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of time. It can be taxing. It'd be great to kind of raise a child and everything like that, and kind of make them better than you or your parents were, and try and make them to be something great. Get them fame, them fortune, them whatever. Try and make them feel like they can do anything in this world and actually do it. But at the same time, that's a lot of time and effort you have to put into them. That also means that they also have to have respect and complete care and watch you and grow from you and not disobey and everything like that, because everybody has that phase. Everybody's gone through it where they've disobeyed their parents or they've done something wrong or whatever. But you always want to give your kid something better than you had. And if you can't give that, or you feel you can't, or you just really don't want kids, there's no point. So I'm a person who says, if it happens, it happens. It doesn't, it doesn't. So, Do you feel anyone you ever dated in the past is someone you would like to reconnect with on an intimate level? To be honest, not really. A lot of the relationships ended on really, really, really bad terms, and um, they were very hurtful towards me, whether it was physical, mental, emotional, or even spiritual. They just kind of always messed with me, and it did kind of hurt a lot that happened. Some of them we did end on really good terms, but I don't see anything with them because either they've kind of become like somebody of a really, really good friend that I don't want to lose or anything like that because I don't feel that way for them, or because the fact that I just don't feel for them at all anymore. They came, they gone. So they came and they're gone. So that was sort of how it went. A lot of the relationships I was in, yeah, there were good times, but a lot of them were quite bad. So I kind of don't see it kind of reconnecting on an intimate level where I do see a future with somebody who has really hurt me or because of many years. But, you know, that's kind of my answer. And when it comes to intimacy, are you the type to wait until you feel the person is right and see a future with, or to give your physical attention to women you just feel attracted to? That's a tough question because when I was younger, I was taught that giving yourself over sexually or physically to another person was how you showed affection. So if a person wasn't shown you kissing them as much as you could, or hugging them, or being very close with them, or whatever, you weren't being attentive and you weren't loving them and you weren't giving them the respect and love that they deserve. And if they wouldn't do the same for you, it felt like they were getting it from someone else or they wanted somebody else. And that was what I learned was, sex was not something that was, between two people who felt really intimate with each other because they loved each other, but it was because of the fact that it was kind of forced. Like, it was like, oh, I do care about this person, but I don't know if they know that I care, so I'm going to give myself to them because maybe then they'll see that I do. And it's not seen as something sacred anymore. It's kind of seen as something like, oh yeah, whatever, I'm going to just screw this person. And honestly, over time, I kind of started losing the whole, oh yeah, if I give myself over physically to this person, then they'll know I care. It kind of started going to, yeah, whatever, I don't even care about myself anymore. I hate me anyway, so what's the point? And then I started to see that I do want to give myself intimately to somebody who I care about. So my body started reacting the same way where if the person makes me feel like I am actually needed or that I'm actually a person that they do want, then yes, I can be physically intimate with that person when I feel the same for them. But if not, no, there's pretty much nothing. I don't want anything to do with it. And plus, I'm the person when I'm in a relationship, that's all I want is the relationship to work. So I don't kind of want to screw that up and kind of, put a twist on it, throw myself in a loop. I don't want to lie. I don't want to cheat. I don't want to do anything like that. And when I'm single, I'm looking for a partner I could potentially grow with in the future, sort of thing. So that's kind of my answer. I'm not a person just to do that anymore. But before it was, I threw myself at anybody because I thought that was how you showed affection. And now I realize that, I'd rather have a emotional connection to that person before I get sexual. Um, so I got asked, hey bro, time for your family to chime in with a witty question of the day. Seeing as the 90s made our lives the way they are today, because we all started there, what was the one show, cartoon, anime, sitcom, etc., that describes how you are today almost to a T? Remember, I stated 90s, so you're going to have to think back. Also, what was the one thing that brought us three brothers together? The touchy one. So, if I'm trying to think of a 90s show that kind of was fitting me to a T, as I said, I kind of related to Naruto, but I also related to a few other things. Like, I liked watching Martin Mystery, where it was kind of funny. I kind of liked being goofy and stuff like that, but I didn't have a sister around that time that was really there, and I also didn't have a caveman. I really enjoyed watching there were a few shows like Kim Possible. I kind of related to Ron being that like kind of weird, kooky kind of dude. It was kind of laid back, yet trying to be funny, yet wasn't. Um, so I guess I kind of go with if I'm thinking about the '90s, those would be the best choices for me. I don't remember much shows from then. I do, but nothing that would kind of fit my life to a T. Um, so there are many different shows I can kind of go with. And what brought us together was school. School was where we got together, where we kind of get to know each other. AV Club is where I had met you, and where I had met him was in my drama class? Or it was my physical education. I don't remember. We started hanging out in C Hall, and we started talking, and it was very cool to kind of just grow with you guys and kind of grow in a relationship of friends where we could actually see each other as brothers. We watched each other, and we took care of each other. It was what we did, and that's something I really care about. And finally, this is the last person who asked me questions. Favorite pizza toppings, favorite dessert. Oh my god, okay, there's 4 questions here. So, favorite pizza toppings: pineapple, pepperoni, bacon. I do like green pepper. I like broccoli. I didn't mind anchovies the one time I had it, but it's not something I'd actually purposely get on a pizza. Um, yeah, that's really it for pizza toppings. Favorite dessert? That's hard. I love blizzards. I love frosties. I think I like ice cream things, but I like chocolate ice cream stuff like mint chocolate chip, chocolate extremes, triple chocolate. So pretty much anything that has to do with chocolate or jujubes. Like I love jujube and fruity things, like so jujubes, pull and peels, like those Twizzlers that are like different colors, like the yellow, blue, orange, red, green sort of thing. So I guess that, like, don't ask me my favorite dessert. I'll eat anything that's pretty much dessert except for like white chocolate. I don't like white chocolate much, so I can't really say there. You are granted one selfish wish, one non-selfish wish. What are they? Selfish wish, that I could win the Powerball or something. I don't know. Win a lot of money or gain a lot of money so I can actually support myself and people who have helped me before. So I guess that's kind of a selfish, non-selfish wish together in one. But first of all, it would be to take care of myself, get myself a place, finish my schooling, go into a proper career that I want, get my driver's licensing and stuff like that. So something that's really selfish to me is getting a shit ton of money, so like trillions of dollars or whatever, so I can work towards a better future. And I wouldn't really buy like a mansion or anything like that. Like I'd buy a nice house, style it the way I kind of want. I get myself better recording equipment because I'd like to do these videos and like gaming stuff whenever I can. Get my education so I can have that, so I can have a better career. So if this doesn't work out, I have something else on the side. So I'm always thinking of different options that could help me. And then my non-selfish wish, to be honest, that everyone could kind of be happy in their own way with something that is necessary, like a necessary happiness. Not, oh, I want this, because everyone wants something. So if a person is like a yandere, from Mirai Nikki, she wanted Yuki. That made her happy. It can't kind of happen because that person might want another person, and being with that person might not make them happy. So technically, they're not happy. You are, but they're not. So technically, you'd kind of need it on a both way sort of thing. So it'd be a necessary happiness. So like you're thinking you want somebody, but really you need to be financially stable. Boom, you're happy financially, you're doing well. And maybe that might make that person like you a bit more for some reason. I don't know. People are weird. A lot of them are gold diggers and people who just want money and fame and fortune and stuff like that, which kind of sucks because like nobody cares about who you are anymore. So, but a necessary happiness for other people, but for myself, a lot of money that I can actually work with. And there's 2 more. So, if you could be in any TV show, which one would you choose and why? Now that is difficult. There are way too many shows I'd like to be in. Like I would like to be in the world of Naruto because being a ninja would be badass. I'd like to go in the show. I would like to be in Attack on Titan just because of the fact that I'd love to fly around on 3D gear. It'd be really cool. Not being eaten by Titans though, that would be an upside. Pokemon because then I can capture Pokemon and do all that. But this also has to come into fact of, am I going to die? Like, am I going to go in there and am I going to instantly die? Because anime world, if I'm going in there, it doesn't mean that I am a main character, meaning I have a chance of dying, which is pretty high. Um, but if it means I get to be in the anime world and I don't die, like I get to stay alive and I get to live a long and like healthy life, then yeah, okay, put me in anything I want. All right, I'll go into Anime on Demand. Boom, there we go. It's a TV channel, so technically it's still on TV, but there's a lot of animes I can choose from and a lot of things that go on there. So I'm going to try and see if that works. If not, then I can't make a choice there. That's too difficult. And finally, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be? Now that's difficult because I really like lizards, I like wolves, I like cats, I like dogs, I like ferrets, I like hamsters, gerbils, chinchillas, fish, sharks, krakens, but if I could be any animal, so technically, if I could be any animal, can I be a mythical creature? Because technically, in a way, they're sort of an animal, yet not. So if I could, I would definitely be a motherfucking dragon. I would like be in form of dragon, like giant, cool wings, breathing whatever element of whatever, having cool claws, awesome eyes, wicked sharp teeth, indestructible skin, impervious to magic, all this sort of stuff. It'd be really cool. Unless I'm in Skyrim, then I'm kind of screwed if the Dragonborn finds me. I don't want my soul god, please, no. But if it had to be a real creature, I would go with a... That's a tough choice. Being a cat would be cool, because everyone pampers to you
Cat.
and does everything you want them to. It's just like, oh yes, I would like you to feed me. All right, here, food. I would like to lay down. All right, sleep for 16 to 20 hours a day. You know, oh, hey, here are some toys to make you happy. And you could hit them in the face and go, psh, you know, I dislike you. And they'd be like, oh, it's so cute. Da, da, da. Or like I can bite them and they'd be like, oh, it's okay. It's all, you know, and I can get away with it. If I'm a dog and I do that, oh, hell no. I'm getting put down. And then also I can poop inside. I don't have to go out. I don't have to do anything I don't want to. I can stay in the house. I can go anywhere I want in the house. Boom. Perfect. If I'm a dog, I have to be taken out. If my owner neglects me, I'm kind of screwed. I have a limited life. I am a lot more limited than a cat is because normal dogs usually go to 7 to 13 years, while cats can go to like 12 to 18 years that I know of. So I'd rather be a cat in that sense. But if anything, screw it. I'm going to become a motherfucking tortoise. Why? Because those things can live years. I'm slow, yes, and I have a hard shell and all this, but I get to swim in the ocean, I get to walk on land, I have a cool shell I can hide in, and on top of that, I live for a very, very, very long time. I'm down for that.
Sea turtle.
Sea turtle, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, something that lasts, like, long time, and,
I'd
like,
be a cat.
really, really huge shell, really cool. I'd be a walking tank. So, I guess that's kind of my answers. I don't know if they were very helpful. I'd like to do this as kind of like a monthly thing, if anything. I'll be posting it on my webpage, or even, you know what, screw it. Comment down below. Let me know what you want to ask me, and I will answer them accordingly. Make sure that they are appropriate. That is the one thing I really ask. Make sure they're appropriate, that I can actually answer on here. If not, I will skim past them. I will skip them entirely, because I don't want that on my channel. I don't want to kind of have any problems with YouTube or anyone of my audience.
Dude.
So, anyway, just leave whatever at the bottom.
Dude. Damn.
Yeah. I know. So, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to have a question for me in any way, or you want to see me do something or whatever, comment down below. You know, where she's pointing, down below. No, I'm not talking about my pants. I'm talking in the comment section. Please comment down there, letting me know questions, comments, concerns, whatever you want. You can message me at any time if there is something that you want to be asked, like you want me to answer privately or whatever. So yeah, just hit me up there. And don't forget to subscribe, and also share with some friends, family, whomever. You know, if they kind of want to know more, if they want to watch more, then do it. All right, so anyway, till the next video. Later days.